Preseason poll season. And we got our first set. The coaches poll came out, roughly about a week ago. We didn't really talk about it much. Me and Coop did a little bit. But the one that I cared about was the AP preseason poll, mainly because this is the one that's going to determine where everybody's going to be looked at to start the season. So we've got to dive into it because Oklahoma's streak of 25 straight years as being ranked is in the air. Let's dive into it. Before we do that, welcome to Unfair Sports. I'm your host, Jay. Thank y'all for pulling up to the channel. So we know that the coaches poll dropped. We know that the AP poll dropped. We're going to look at both of them real quick and let me kind of explain my thought process as to how polls work. Because if you know me, and you've been around here long enough, you understand that I am not fond of preseason polls. They're great conversation starters and they're great things to leverage when we're trying to figure out who's going to be who at some point. And then we have something to argue about of who's higher, who's lower, et cetera, so on and so forth. But the biggest thing for me when it comes to early polls is I feel like a lot of the times there's too much weight given to them when you're starting to rank teams later on. Like a team's ranked in the top for a reason. And if they lose a game to another top team, they don't really go anywhere. And then when you get closer and closer to the actual playoff rankings, then you kind of see some connections there. But this is what I'm thinking. First and foremost, coaches poll. As you can see, the Oklahoma Sooners are not ranked here in the coaches poll. First time in 25 years that they were not ranked in the top 25. I think it's 1999 was the last time the Sooners were not ranked in the top 25 for the coaches poll. So, yeah. Now, granted, a lot of people don't put much stock in the preseason coaches poll because they don't even feel like the coaches even really vote like that. I think they have staff members that do it. Granted, these staff members probably watch a lot of football and pay attention to a lot of what's going on. But they don't believe that the coaches really do all of that. And I kind of disagree on it. I think the coaches have an understanding of the opposition and understanding of who's going to be good, who's not. They know about recruits. They know players. They, spend a lot of time watching tape, etc. So they have an understanding of the chances and what is going on. But in this case, in this scenario, Oklahoma did not get ranked. But that's okay, because here you go. Here's your AP preseason top 25. And Oklahoma is ranked at number 18. So this continues the streak, 25 straight years of being ranked in the top 25 of a poll, of the preseason AP poll. Every year we have been ranked. And so here you go. We are here. And I'm glad to see that Oklahoma is up here because for a lot of the fans, a lot of y'all are nervous about what Oklahoma's going to look like this season. Rightfully so, because, it is what it is. But there's no real reason to be super concerned because now we see that Oklahoma has a really good chance of being a solid team. You've got John Mateer, you've got Jaden Ott. So that's a 1-2 punch to add with a Ben Arbuckle in a system that's built to be very, very friendly to this quarterback and friendly to this offense. Then you've got a extremely, extremely stout defense that we expect to be really good overall. So when you put all of these pieces together, the Oklahoma Sooners should go out there and shock some folks. Because it's funny, when I see a whole bunch of other polls that's out there, like you can look at, let me see, who's the Andy Staples dropped his. Oh, actually, Brent McMurphy dropped his. He has Oklahoma also at 18, which he is an AP voter. Makes sense, lines up exactly with the AP poll. I believe Andy Staples is also an AP voter in my understanding, but he had Oklahoma ranked in his top 25. You have Josh Pate, who dropped his, and he made a lot of people mad with his Pate State rankings because in his Pate State rankings, he has Oklahoma as a what? Top 10 team in the country. He thinks Oklahoma's going to finish top 10. Same thing with who else had a poll with that? You had Phil Steele in his preview. He has Oklahoma ranked as a top 10 team. He thinks that Oklahoma's a playoff bound team. So there's a lot of these crazy, crazy polls that make us all wonder how exactly will Oklahoma finish this season. I'm excited, though. Football's on the way. We are roughly 2 and a half weeks away from college football. And the expectation for me is that the Sooners are going to be a problem regardless of how you feel. Let me know what you think. Hop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Want to hear how you all are feeling about where Oklahoma sits and what could actually happen. Because I think the crazy thing is that in college football, like Josh Pate put out, he believes that John Mateer is a top 2 quarterback in the country. And he feels like Oklahoma is going to surprise a lot of teams in the SEC and in the country in general, which is exactly what we all want to see. So Brett McMurphy having Oklahoma in his top 25, most of the media doing the same. So that's why you got Oklahoma sitting here at number 18 going forward. Is that fair to you all, though? Do you think that that's a fair number? Because, if I'm being honest, when you look at the number 18, this is right around the spot that Oklahoma's been the last 3 years. Since Brent Venables has been here, it's consistently been roughly in this range. And they've also, this is where Oklahoma sat in 2000 as well. They were number 18 in the country. And now with this tough schedule, we ask ourselves, do the Oklahoma Sooners have a chance to go out there and shock college football? Again, I think the Sooners do, but we'll see. It's going to be a fun year. It's going to be a fun year overall. All right. It appears that recruiting is heating up right now. I'm wondering if we may see some news later today. So keep your eyes open. We're hoping and praying and crossing our fingers. Same thing with tomorrow. There's a couple of players that Davian Gross as well as Jake Krell are both on the docket for a August 11th and August 12th commitment. Now we're just going to sit here and play the waiting game. So might go live. I don't know. I'll hit Coop up and see if he's available. But yeah, we're just now sitting here and we're waiting. So make sure you hit the like, subscribe, bell notification so that you don't miss any of the videos that's coming down the line. And yeah, we'll chop it up with each and every one of you the next, day or two? We'll talk soon. Peace.